Right then, we are back and it's time for some new generation tag team action. We have got the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Tommy Billington. We have got the New Bloods, Charlie Dempsey and David Finlay. And we have got Ross and Marshall von Erich. So this one should be pretty good. I think the only tag team we have used so far in our universe mode is the Von Erichs. The other two are teams that I have put together. Of course, we have got Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Tommy Billington. So we've got the son of the British Bulldog and we have the nephew of the Dynamite Kid teaming together for the first time here in SWE. Let's have a look at them in the singles rankings then. So Davey Boy Smith Jr. is currently on -4 after 10 matches, so not great for him. And Tommy Billington is on -1 after 1, and that was, of course, the New Generation Legacy Gauntlet match we did a few days ago. So big opportunity here for these two. And of course they're brand new together, that's why they've not got a tag team entrance as of yet. We're sort of testing the waters to see whether these could be established tag teams for the future. And like I say, it's the first time we are using these guys together as a tag team. Not many options for Tommy Billington core-wise, I must admit, but this was the best one around. I'm not 100% sure, you know, that someone hasn't just taken a Dynamite Kid core and just renamed it, to be honest. But yeah, this should be a very interesting team to put together. They are going to be going up against, then, first of all, the New Bloods. Now, this is a play on words by me, but I'm quite impressed with this one, right? So back in WCW, William Regal, who is Charlie Dempsey's father, was in a group with a guy called Dave Taylor, who is another British wrestler. However, for a short period of time, Fit Finlay also joined that group. And of course, Fit Finlay is the father of David Finlay. Hence why the William Regal and Fit Finlay sons, Charlie Dempsey and David Finlay, are becoming the New Bloods. Little play there on the Blue Bloods. I quite like that, to be honest. And looking into the singles rankings then, we have got Charlie Dempsey on 0 after 5 matches. All have come so far this year. And then David Finlay is currently on... He's on +1 after 3 matches. He had +1 back in 2021. He's had 2 matches so far this year and currently sits on 0 after those 2 matches. I think one was an 8-man tag. I believe it was back at Forbidden Door. We did a War Games including Bullet Club War Dogs, and I think he was part of that. And of course he won a match a few days ago, 6-man tag alongside his brother Uriah Connors and his father Fit Finlay. And the final tag team in this one then is the Von Erichs. Ross and Marshall. Ross is currently on 0 after 8 matches. And Marshall is on 0 after 6 matches. Of course, Ross has had a few extra because we did do the father and son tag team tournament back in 2021. And he was part of that. And these two are the only two to actually be involved in the tag division already. The other 2 teams will be added to the tag division here today. But Marshall and Ross currently sit on... Marshall and Ross currently sit on 0 after 6 matches. And it is Ross is the one with the full tights. And Marshall is the one with the little pants. I don't know what you call them in America still. The long... Well, they're pants in the UK, but I know pants in America like full trousers, aren't they? What do you call little pants like that? Y-front. See, the one wearing the Y-front. There we go. Right then, so yeah, the winning team will be walking away with 3 points in the tag team ranking system. Plus, of course, a point each in the singles division. The 4 losers will lose a point each in the singles division, and also the 2 losing teams will lose a point as well. It is tornado elimination, so no disqualifications, no countouts. Pinfalls, I believe, can count anywhere. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out when one happens. And of course, the last person or team standing will win it. And as I always say, technically you can be eliminated first and still go on to win, solely by your tag team partner going the distance. And I quite like this idea. Well, when we're doing the whole legacy thing, I've watched a bit of Tommy Billington in AEW, and I quite like the idea of him. I think he's still young, obviously. He's still up and coming. It's a little bit of a shame that I think Davey Boy Smith is like in his 40s now, I'm pretty sure. Let me have a look. Davey Boy Smith Jr. is 40 years of age. So he's sort of coming towards the end of his... I'll say the end of his career. I suppose he is. He's starting to wind down a bit at the age of 40 now, isn't he? And Tommy Billington, of course, is very young. I think he's only like early 20s. Tommy Billington. No, that's for Tommy Billington. I'm looking for the young one. There he is, Tommy Billington. And the youngster is 23 years of age. So there's still a chance these two could do a bit of work together. And I would love to see AEW try and bring Davey Boy over and run this tag team for a couple of years or so. I think it would be a fun thing to do, especially when it comes to maybe doing Wembley again next year. If they were to bring out Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Tommy Billington in Wembley, I think that would be an incredible little run. Tommy Billington does currently team with his brother Mark Billington, known as the Billington Bulldogs, but I've never seen Mark and I don't know much about him, to be honest. Okay, in fairness, right, I did not know this until now, but Tommy Billington has been trained by Davey Boy Smith Jr., as well as being trained by Bret Hart as well. So that's interesting, at least there is some more stuff there. I mean, there might be an opportunity. We might be able to see. I don't know what Davey Boy's up to these days. I think he's still working. Is he like in All Japan or something at the moment? Davey Boy Smith Jr. I was All Japan last time I looked, I think. Yeah, All Japan Pro Wrestling 2023 to present. MLW 2022 to present as well. I forgot he went back to WWE in 2020 to 2021. Nothing really happened with it. He just signed and then nothing really ended up happening. He was back in NWA for a short period of time as well. I mean, the fact he's working... I mean, is All Japan the one where... it's not, is it? All Japan is not the one that has Konosuke Takeshita, is it? It's not, no. They are the ones that have got that Havoc now, don't they? Odyssey Jones and Zion Quinn. Which are the two NXT former guys. I'd be interested. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see it happen, especially for Wembley next year. I think it'd be really cool. I mean, the AEW could do the Von Erichs versus the British Bulldogs at Wembley next year. I think that'd be really cool. This match has possibilities of happening in real life. Who knows? As there's the Iron Claw here, locked in by Marshall Von Erich, but Tommy Billington able to break free. But Finlay, they're just throwing the trash can lid at Bulldog. Dropping the leg, dropping the back as well. I don't know who the favourites even are for this one. I would sort of lean maybe to, I don't know, I would probably say the Blue Bloods, or the New Bloods even. Maybe, actually no, the Von Erichs probably are the favourites because the Von Erichs are an official team that have teamed together before several times in our Universe mode. They're the more established team. I think Finlay and Bulldog might be the two better wrestlers in this match at this point in time. And then you've got, obviously, Dempsey and Billington, both in the very early parts of their careers. So they've all got their own sort of where they're coming from. So it is Falls Count anyway. I don't know what the referee's counting there, to be honest, but... But yeah, it's a great opportunity for both of these, or all three of these teams to really get a point. Because, I mean, I say, even though the Von Erichs have wrestled before, they're still on 0. So the winner of this match will move up to a +3. And, of course, the two losers will drop down to a -1. And I didn't realise till recently, I've always had in my mind that the Dynamite Kid was like a high flyer. But apparently he was like one of the top technical wrestlers of his time. Which I must admit, I just always in my mind it was like a very early sort of high flyer that was, yeah. But hey, apparently he was a fantastic technical wrestler as well. Maybe that's something we can utilise. Iron Claw locked in once again by Marshall on Tommy Billington inside the ring. Billington able to break free. There's a strike in the face of Marshall. Marshall throwing Billington away. There's the chops, the strikes. It looks like somebody has been eliminated, but I've got no idea who. It might have been Bulldog pinned someone on the outside. Maybe his Bulldog got rid of Johnny Dempsey. Yes. Davey Boy Smith Jr. has eliminated Charlie Dempsey from this one. So there's only one new blood left. It is Finlay. I think Finlay, like I said, is the stronger out of the two at this point in time. So Dempsey, although he's been eliminated, he still has an opportunity to win if Finlay can go the distance. But Finlay, of course, now has the difficulty of the numbers game. Referee very, very slow getting down there once again, as they always have been. Billington now knee strike right into the side of their head, and once again on Finlay. And another one as Bulldog or Davey Smith Jr. there just kendo sticking. That was Ross off the apron. Billington now in with a brain buster straight into the pin. Referee again very, very poorly positioned. He does finally get down to make the count. It's only a 1 count. Billington now in with the over-the-top cutter. And of course, Billington is part of a tag team as well. We've seen him on AEW a few times now alongside... Who is it? Is that somebody else gone? That's one of the Von Erichs gone. The Bulldogs have got a massive advantage here. Yeah, he has been teaming with... I can't see who it is, to be honest. Who has he been teaming with? I can't remember his name now. It's somebody who was teamed with a lot on the independent scene as well, apparently. The Billington Bulldogs, there they are. Been going for a while. Mark and Thomas Billington. Seems like obviously Tommy's the one that's got the distance. There's the dive, taking down his own partner there by mistake, I think, actually. Look at the strike right in the back there. Who is it he's teaming with on... Oh, there we go. He's on Cage Match. This would be easier to find out who it was. Matches... There's the pin. Oh, Bulldog almost gone. Nope, not that matches. That match, okay. It was... AEW. Adam Priest, that was it. Adam Priest. So Adam Priest and Tommy Billington have teamed together quite a bit in AEW. I'm sure they have done in their own company as well. But no, it looks like mainly he teams with Mark Billington. But not much known about Mark. He's slightly younger. As there's a submission locked in here by Davey Boy Smith Jr. on Finlay. Boot in the gut, and now Marshall with the arm break and going in for the pin on Billington. Finlay is still in the match, isn't he? Or is it literally a 2-on-1 in a situation? Either way, I'll tell you what, Marshall's doing very, very well here. Now, sick flip pile driver taken down. Davey Boy Smith Jr. Line salt attempted. No, Finlay is still in this. So what the smart thing would be to do would be for Finlay and Marshall to work together to try and take out one of the Bulldogs. A spear there by Finlay, taking down Tommy Billington. Needs to go for the pin if he can. Bulldog now with a boot in the gut of Marshall. Von Erich takes him up onto the shoulder. Billington now with a pin on David Finlay. There's an iron claw middle of the ring. Into the actual slam with it as well. That's a big one, that one. But referee super, super slow. Referees are terrible on this game, aren't they? Referees really, really are bad on this freaking game, I tell you. Spinning kick, and now around the back. Look at that big German suplex. Folds him in half. Billington. Oh, Billington caught now with the iron claw. Slammed him down with it. It's almost like an iron claw chokeslam combination. Billington is down. But Davey Boy is also down. I don't think he's going to make it there to help him. Oh, he does just get there before the 3. Wow. That was really, really close. As Finlay now tripping over Davey Boy. And there's the iron claw once again. Locked in by Marshall. But again, Davey Boy there to help and save his partner, the young Tommy Billington. So that a baseball bat right across the head. Billington sending Finlay into the corner. Finlay fighting back with the elbow. Billington's taking a lot of damage in this one. Oh, there you go, though. Taking up Finlay into the pile driver. That could be enough to turn this around and get the elimination himself. There's the 1. There's the 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. And submission locked in on the outside by Davey Boy Smith Jr. on Marshall Von Erich. And Marshall taps. The Von Erichs are gone from this one. They move down to -1 after 7. And look at Billington. Wow, Billington locking in the exact same submission. You see, he has been learning from Davey Boy Smith Jr. And there's the tap. They've got it. Wow. So Charlie Dempsey and David Finlay of the New Bloods are going to drop down to a -1 after 1. But the British Bulldogs on their debut move up to a +3 after 1 match. 1 point for winning the match, of course, and 2 points for defeating multiple opponents. Charlie Dempsey is going to drop down to a -1 after 6. David Finlay is going to move down to a 0 after 4. Now we'll go through all 97 Von Erichs. Oh, there we go. Ross Von Erich moves down to a -1 after 9. Marshall moves down to a -1 after 7. And then, of course, Davey Boy Smith Jr. He gets the victory, moves up to a -3 after 11, which is pretty good. And Tommy Billington, with that victory, moves up to a 0 after 2. Of course, both those matches have come this week. Big win then for the new Bulldogs here in SWE. This could be the start of something special. I'd love to see them being utilised more. It's just all down to finding something that suits them. I mean, when we do our European tour, definitely be a good opportunity to utilise them both again. But there we go, victory for them. We have one more match coming today. I know it's getting late, I promise we'll get it out there. And it's a big one as well. It is to become the Royal Family of Texas. The Rhodes family, Dusty, Dustin and Cody, take on the Von Erichs, Kerry, Kevin and David. I'll see you then, bye-bye.